Hello, welcome everyone, Dantas here again with another daily video of Bygone Phantasm progression. Today we're gonna see ways of 226 to 230. And in this video we're gonna encounter the lovely lizards. So you might wanna watch this. Anyway, so for this wave, we got steel spines. They can be quite annoying for three reasons. A, they got a range attack. B, they like to dash away. And C, they AoE hits like a truck. Like, if you get basically overlap AoE with that hit, I'm literally dead. So, the way I deal with this wave is quite simple. I focus mainly on keeping them together as much as I can, and I'm trying not to use my discharge on my pistols because that pushes them away. And I'm trying to perfect dodge whenever I got an opportunity, unless this one because I made a mistake and I took damage, to avoid the damage that I take from their overlapping AoE. And yeah, here I'm gonna make another mistake because I allowed them to get away because they were too close to each other and they basically just pushed them away, which is kinda sad, but it is what it is. I still managed to recover them because I made them to come to me, and I will overlap damage on them, which goes for now very smooth. My weapon charge is ready, so I'm ready for the shield to pop out, like now. Boom, there goes my king. And I'm trying to position myself that even if I break the shields, because when you break the shield you push them away, even when that happens, I can still hit at least two of the steel spines together with my Nemesis or my pistols. And I decided right now just to start spamming king because I don't feel I have enough damage because, as you know, I'm limited by my gear because I'm a pro player. My weapons are gonna be stuck for a long time at 2 stars, my Samir and Nemesis. Unless I get insane lucky drop from a pulse, which is not gonna happen most likely. And yeah, wait is almost over. I was waiting for now to trigger my king and have another charge of the charge weapon, but I messed that up by attacking instead of basically just dodging. Because when your weapon is nearly charged and it's not full charge and you make a perfect dodge, you have nearly 2 charges to deploy. Anyway, wave over, moving on to the next one. 227. This one is a lot simpler because enemies here are not as annoying as other ones. My main focus is the guy who can summon the dogs and lieutenant here. If you keep those two together, others can be dealt with just AoE damage because their shields and HP is much weaker than them. So your main focus is basically focused on 2 enemies, and whenever they get all shields, you basically press your weapon that you break shields, and yeah, that's about it as it goes for this. Positioning on the side is very important because those who actually summon the dogs, as you can see right there, the guy with the gun, he likes to basically roam around and move away from you. So the only solution for this is you have to move away from it, move away from him, and make him always come towards you. If I would basically not do this, my weaker positioning, those mobs would be basically getting all damage except the guy with the gun and some of the dogs. But now he's actually been dealt with. My next target is dealing with the lieutenant right here because he has more health, a much stronger shield than the aberrant dogs. So he's on my overall target for my damage. I don't care about position of the dogs because they are not a problem. Because as you see right here with just Samir DPS, which is basically kinda weak, but their health is moving by quite faster compared to lieutenant. And yeah, I even opted out to use basically king here because he basically deals damage over time, and with only focusing the lieutenant, AoE of the king devil can deal with the shields of the dogs, which is quite helpful. And yeah, just keeping them together, that's the most important thing, and dropping damage. I truly wish I had actually another 3rd star of Samir because it would speed up my every wave by a lot. Because a 3rd star would give me actually a 40% crit to electrify target, which are literally nearly always because whenever I use my combo of pistol and Nemesis, they get electrified easily. Now we arrive at the next wave, which is gonna be 228. This is the by far easiest wave of this video because all I have to do is keep enemies together and focus the guys with the big mechs. And not because actually they're tough, but they can actually stun lock you. Which means you're gonna lose time doing damage when you can actually succeed. Which is very bad, especially when you're limited by the gear, like I am, with 2-star weapons. If you have literally 3 stars, you're gonna zoom to this wave easily. But as you can see, the most efficient way is basically, at least with the same setup as me, is to drop a king weapon, not on to make Shiba to just deal damage over time, because it helps, and then just DPS with either Samir or Nemesis. Also, Soul of Nemesis is kinda helpful in this wave, because as you can see, the guilds with the gun can jump around and can be quite annoying to deal with. And if you actually have a relic SSR called Confinement, they can really help you with management of enemies, which is quite interesting to look at, because you can actually unlock it from, I believe, exploring the ruins, which is actually great to help you to minimize movement of enemies. But as you can see, there was most annoying. But yeah, just because I managed to keep them together, barely like 1 minute and a half, they're all below less than half health, which means I was doing pretty efficient positioning and was pretty good with my weapons, which is quite happy. And that's about it for one of the enemy. Now only 3 left, and I actually sometimes I mess up hitting perfect dodge on this. I don't know why, but I probably need to just keep more practicing, or maybe there's a lack on the server. I don't know. But yeah, once you actually get down to 2 enemies like me, or you get 1, you're gonna notice that the robot don't have actually the most of the health, but actually it's the Red Scorpion lady. So here, as soon as you break a shield or trigger a time stop, you always focus that shield is gonna be down on her, because at this stage she has most health. And if I didn't get lucky with my tornado, I would actually not actually finish this wave because I don't have damage. Anyway, the wave with lizards, 229. To be honest, this wave took me 4 days to complete. Not because there's actually one lizard, but because my gear is actually dealing 2 less damage. And for most of the cases, I didn't get lucky with my tornadoes, because tornadoes can sometimes deal damage and just fly away, which is kind of annoying. And even though I made a mistake at stage this early, that literally I used my tornado and was dealing damage when they had still a shield, which was insanely bad move, I still managed to clear it. So, if you have a problem and you got high damage and high star weapons, what I recommend to you is to kill Predator first, because they can stun you and ruin your combos, or basically ruin your entire attempt. Because one stun at the bad moment for me, a suitable player, is gonna be literally retry instantly. But so far that didn't happen. So here I opted out for a bit damage on him, because I wanted to kinda for him to die from like 2 or 3 next king weapon discharges, which will be helpful. Because less CC is and less worrying about getting CD, that means more time for me to focus on the stupid lizard, because this was literally broken in terms of health. Because as you can see, it's like a minute, and I didn't even manage to get it to like half health, or maybe I barely did, which is really annoying. But well, unless they're gonna be actually balance this, because I literally think this lizard only exists to hinder free-to-play players, to get them to more spend on the money to progress Bygone, which is really stupid practice. But if there's actually a book with them, it will probably address. But so far it's not, so probably it's intentional to basically keep us locked here, because bosses can be actually min-max with the performance, but lizards basically get insane amount of health, which I can guarantee that this lizard, if I could look under the hood, has more health than any boss that we encounter every 5 waves on Bygone, which is very stupid. Anyway, here I messed up with the perfect dodge, and I had to recover it right here, because if I didn't, I would literally fail this wave. And now, the reason I actually cleared this is because tornadoes. They managed to overlap a damage on the stupid lizard. And that's literally allowed me to finish with the Nemesis gun right here. And after I did basically, I was so happy, I literally went out and bought myself a drink. But anyway, that's GG. I spent 3 days on this. And now, let's see how is the actually boss looking on this video. So, wave 230. We got Sweetie, Akari Lucia. So, to deal with this boss, there's only one way. You either trigger perfect dodge anytime he tries to basically dashing away, which is insanely helpful, or you basically got insane gear and you can melt hell fast. If you don't do the first wave, as for the player, well, you're gonna have a lot of problems. Because she likes to dart around, especially at like, when she's gonna be at a 1 bar, you're gonna see, I'm gonna mention at which part I felt her the most. I mean, I did kill her after like, what, 10th or 11th try? But it was kinda annoying, because I failed my attempts only because of the shield that was popping up at like 5%, and I didn't have my charge weapon ready. But yeah, here you can see the Tornado RNG, which was kinda good. If it wasn't, I would probably fail this. Because as you can see, whenever I'm limited by my gear on my stars, I use Magnetic Tornado to basically carry me. Because I don't know how, but I think it also scales my volt damage, which I'm trying to stack as much as I can. And it deals like insane amount of damage. Probably have like more damage if I had like Tilsar or Samir, but well, I don't. And probably for a long time I will not have, probably until 1.5. Because we get like new island, which I think there's gonna be like some free pulls to farm there, which is gonna be helpful for me. And yeah, at this point I'm just basically, I was thinking that I should either use my Nemesis or just spam 2 kings, because she's gonna trigger a shield, but I also have for the king, and which has turned out to be actually correct decision because she literally dropped the shield. And lucky I was close to the edge of the map, so she didn't actually tower that much, so that's actually really helpful. Now I opt out for Nemesis because I want that extra damage over time from the pylon. And now I should normally, I should spam a slow, but I made a mistake because I was dumb to try to perfect dodge this, which I miserably failed. And well, that costed me a lot of time. And as you can see, she darted away, and I'm 20 seconds away. And sadly, I don't have Tornado to clutch me, so I'm gonna opt out for king, and I'm gonna try to DPS as high as I can and trigger another king after time stop ends, to hopefully gonna hit the shield. But sadly, I made a misclick, but this misclick actually saved me because she didn't trigger the shield. Anyway, this is my gear. As my last video you can see that I literally jump by quite a lot in terms of gear score, because well, lizards make me actually stuck for a few days and I got time to work on that. So, my helmet, not big change, not big change here, not here. But the biggest change I have on my gear is actually my pants. They are literally went to 800, which I kinda hope we're gonna hit another low with 1000. But yeah, my weapons are gonna be not leveled for a long time because I don't have my vitality. I focus on getting a gear. My matrices, I move my Tsubasa to Nemesis because she can trigger the 40% bonus, which is good. My pistols are the same. Same on my side, still using Robot set because it basically helps with a lot of damage. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and hope you will see you on the next video.